What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I wanted to make a video about it. So, it looks like Miguel Cotto, they were trying to match him up with Canelo, but that was obviously not the case because an even bigger fight was made with two undefeated fighters, Floyd Mayweather and Canelo, at a catchweight of 152. So, that kind of leaves Cotto in limbo. He also said he wants to fight in September. As of right now, I haven't heard a definitive opponent for him. I know via Twitter, Gabriel Rosado, he extended an offer to Cotto saying, let's make it happen in September. Two Puerto Rican fighters at 154. I thought that was an interesting fight. But then recently, and I've also covered this in a separate video, Gabriel Rosado stated on Twitter that he was trying to fight Austin Trout, and Austin Trout said he was in. So I don't know if it's two fighters talking. I don't know if they're actually, if Golden Boy is actually negotiating, and the both camps are negotiating to make this fight. But based on what I've seen on Twitter, looks like people want to see that Gabriel Rosado versus Austin Trout. So again, it kind of leaves Miguel Cotto in limbo. He hasn't fought since Austin Trout defeated him last December, I believe it was. So it just got me thinking about Cotto. And just a little disclaimer, I'm a longtime Miguel Cotto fan. I have nothing but the utmost respect. He's a warrior. He shows heart. Um, he's a living legend, really. Future Hall of Famer without a doubt, no question in my mind. He's never ducked anybody. He's been in there with tough, stiff competitions, or stiff competition, excuse me. And outside of boxing, he's a real humble family man and person in general. So I really like Miguel Cotto. That being said, um, I really question Miguel Cotto how much desire or heart he has left for boxing. Not that he doesn't love the sport, because I've seen him at some recent boxing events and stuff, but I'm talking about him as a fighter. How much does he have left? I just don't see that same burning desire in his eyes. The last really focused Miguel Cotto um, that I seen just sounded like some more or less like in the interviews with Mayweather. He was, we're going to figure it out in training camp. I will beat Floyd Mayweather. Um, he seemed pretty sharp, pretty focused, but even before that, a little bit. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I just get this feeling that like maybe after the Mayweather loss, his heart might not be in it the same. I know when he his father died after his pops died, I think that took a really big toll. Even during the Mayweather, I think it was the Mayweather Cotto 24/7. I just don't know that he has the desire. It sounds like he kind of wants to be a family man, and he's already dedicated and given up so much of his life to boxing. I don't know how much energy he has for supremacy, for boxing supremacy, in terms of I want to be the best 154 pounder. And realistically, I don't know who he's going to fight. As of right now, for September, the Canelo fight is out. He can't rematch Mayweather either in September because those two are fighting. And Margarito retired. There was rumors circulating that Margarito is coming back. He vehemently denied that, so he can't rematch Margarito. Pacquiao already has a fight with Brandon Rios. So really, who is he gonna fight? I'm really trying to shuffle names. A lot of the bodies, the top competition at 154 are currently locked up. Ishe Smith, Carlos Molina are fighting. Um, there's Laura and Perro Angulo. They're fighting. So it just kind of leaves Miguel Cotto without a dance partner. Now, the only people I could even think of, really just off the top of my head, James Kirkland possibly, but James Kirkland has been very inactive. I don't even think he's managed by Golden Boy anymore. If anyone knows the definitive answer to that, leave a comment. But I think he might have split ties with Golden Boy, his on and off trainer, Ann Wolf. I don't think he's working with her as of right now. So James Kirkland, I don't know how much of a draw he is to the point where they would match pretty much a pay-per-view star like Miguel Cotto, someone who's established, with James Kirkland. He doesn't have any recent wins, and the inactivity he was killing is like really killing him. I feel like fighters like Andre Durrell, James Kirkland. It has nothing to do with their skill or fighting, but inactivity kills you. If you're away for so long, people tend to forget about you. Look at musicians. Look at I don't know, the Backstreet Boys or Britney Spears when she went crazy and went on a hiatus. Like if your name is not relevant or not currently being thrown around, people tend to forget about you. And on top of that, James Kirkland's situation is probably slightly worse than Andre Dirrell because James Kirkland didn't look great in his last fight against Carlos Molina, and he won on a technicality based on a DQ. So, would I like to see the match, James Kirkland and Miguel Cotto? Hell yeah, because I think matchup wise, that's a good matchup for both fighters at this point of their career. However, boxing is a business, so I don't know that they would even make that fight. K9 Bundridge versus Miguel Cotto, possibly, but that fight kind of lost its luster since K9 got his belt taken away from him by Ishe Smith. So you have an aging K9 Bundridge who's almost 40 or is 40 or whatever age he is. I mean, he's in good shape, but he just lost. He has no belt. I mean, I know Cotto doesn't have a belt. So, like I said, I'm just talking about from a business perspective and a fight that fans want to see. I don't really know. I doubt Cotto would fight someone like Gennady Golovkin because he's at a higher weight, even though Gennady Golovkin says he can go down to 154. Even furthermore, Gennady Golovkin's already with an opponent. He's fighting Matthew Macklin. So, again, I don't know where does he go from here? Between me feeling like, and this is just my opinion, just me feeling like his spirit is not in it anymore. Like he just wants to. I've seen various interviews, and he was like, "I give a lot to this sport, and I want to be with my family." And he was saying stuff like that. Like he basically he's talking about retirement, talking about not getting enough time with his kids, and he seems really emotional. Like it's really heartbreaking when he has to go away for training camps, and rightfully so. I mean, this guy has dedicated years and years, over a decade, to the sport of boxing. His father died during the duration of this, so maybe he wasn't able to spend as much time as he wanted with his father before his untimely demise and that kind of thing. So my question to you guys is, what's next for Cotto? Who do you want to see him match with? Like, who do you want to see him fight? Personally, I think Cotto has always looked better at 147 than he did at 154. So if he could take one last stand, one last hurrah to really get focused, really get into shape, and move to 147, I would really like that because I think he just looks better. But I don't know how likely something like that is. This is a recent picture of Miguel Cotto in New York, and I mean, as you can see, just look, it looks like he has a gut. It looks like his belt is being pushed to the outer limits. Like, I don't know. I just don't know that he has it in him anymore to really dig down deep. Boxing is a lot. It's brutal. Training is brutal. You have to really be disciplined. And from the sources I've heard, Miguel Cotto has always had a problem doing cardio and wasn't necessarily known as a gym rat. He was pretty much naturally athletic, and he had power, but he hated doing cardio, and I think it showed in some of his fights where he lacked stamina. So really, what's next for Miguel Cotto? Like I said, if he could fight somehow, some way, fight at 147, like go back down, I think that would be good. There are some fights that I would like to see, like Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero, and Cotto. I think those could be good matches. Maybe the winner of Maidana versus Josecito, if that gives them enough time in September to fight again. I think there's some action at 147, and I think he has a better shot at those guys. 154 to me just isn't his ideal weight. He's a big welterweight, but 154 is not his sweet spot, in my opinion. So what's next for Cotto in your opinion? Again, living legend. I respect the dude. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want to see him fight? As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.